Hello and welcome. I think probably the last live for today. Ref Sports has been live forever. We started with Border Gavaskar Trophy, then we had, of course, the lunch of Border Gavaskar Trophy match, post day, the WPL
WPL
watch along, and then the Mohammedan match,
pre-match,
and now, of course, and
pre
now we have the
pre-match show,
women's
now
match.
post-match show.
Yeah, now post match show. Back to winning ways. Snehashish, India off to a winning start against West Indies. Nothing that you didn't expect.
Mm.
And even I had said that if India bats first, then
Yes.
India will win. But we will go one by one. First of all, my first question would be, how convinced are you with India's performance today?
With batting, I am pretty much convinced. With bowling, okay, but with fielding, I am not again. I think the same. I think the same section that we are mentioning every video, and obviously today, I think everyone is clear what we all want to point out in every video. That see those drop catches. I think you have to take those catches. That was not even a tough chances, right? Easy
Absolutely.
catches.
And when you talk about fitness, the players
Yeah.
that have dropped the catches are not the unfit ones, also.
No. No.
You
No. No.
when you talk about a Richa Ghosh probably dropping a catch, I understand the whole fitness question.
Yeah.
Sneha Shish is stuck. Okay. But
No.
with Jemimah Rodriguez, what happened? That ball was in her hand. How did that pop out?
Exactly. When the slow motion was going on TV, she was in the right position, right timely. She put the hand also. The ball came inside the hand and out of the palm it goes suddenly. I didn't get it.
If I
Somehow,
have to
somehow it happened.
if I have to give her the benefit of the doubt, Sneha Shish could be the
Hmm.
due. Could very
Maybe,
well
maybe,
be the due,
maybe, maybe,
um,
maybe.
but that does not take away the worries, the fielding worries. But let's go innings wise, and let's start off. Smriti Mandana, yet another 50 after getting 100 in the last ODI against Australia, beginning this series with a 50, a good
Yes, yes,
on a
absolutely.
good note.
Absolutely. I think she looked good. Another 50. She will be happy that the momentum she has managed to, carry forward. The 100 in the last match in Australia and now this 50 in T20. But obviously, I think we have to give credit to Uma Chetri. I think the way she started the innings, I think she took the pressure away from Shruti Mandana. So I think that helps Shruti Mandana to settle down a bit and then she can go for the big hits. I was very impressed with Uma Chetri. The way she batted, she was very clear with her shots, full attacking and intent. So it's okay. First time opening, you are replacing kind of, Shefali Verma, the attacking intent we all talk about. So in that perspective, I think she was clear that I have to play attacking shots. And from the first ball, she was, looking that, okay, I will go for those shots.
But here's my question that you have seen Uma Chetri bat. Now I think you realize what I was talking about. Instead of sending Richa to open,
Mm,
it should
mm,
have been Uma
yes,
Chetri. You had
yes.
Uma Chetri. Anyway, we will keep talking about this. But Jemimah Rodriguez proving why she's probably the number one batter for India.
Yes,
208
absolutely.
strike rate, 73 of 35. If only she was more consistent, and if only Amal Majumdar and Harmanpreet Kaur don't send her in a new order the next
Mm.
game.
Absolutely. I think after this knock, please don't send her in any other position. Send her at number three. I keep telling in every video, number three is the perfect position for her. The way she bats, that is the position. She can anchor the role. She can play this kind of knock also at a strike rate around 210. Massive. What an innings it was. And obviously the way she batted, the partnership with Shruti Mandana, I think that set the tone for Team India. I think the foundation was clear. It was a good decision from the management that Richa Ghosh came in after that wicket because the foundation was set. Richa, I know that only 20 runs were added, but at least she played that cameo from 13. It's okay.
Absolutely. See, the point is Richa is not going to come and add 50 runs. That's not her role.
Exactly. I think the same discussion that we are having in the WPL time also, that we don't need those big 50 60. We need, you play 10 balls but give me those 25 30 runs.
Absolutely, and I think Richard did do well. But having said that, I think I know a lot of people might think that I'm being critical. But when you're 155 in 16.2, that's when Richard got out. I did think that we'll probably, 16.2 means you have 3.4 overs to go. So I did expect India to reach 3.4 overs. Ideally means 22 deliveries. Uh,
Actually, stats are in front of everyone. Harmanpreet clearly struggled. Harmanpreet clearly struggled to time the ball. I think it was the last ball of the innings that she hit a four, and that helped her strike rate to go above 100. Otherwise, it was less than 100 only. So somehow she struggled to time the ball.
right.
I don't know. I
Harmanpreet
don't know that
has some
if there.
injury.
I don't
Currently
know that
hurt.
if there was some
But
injury or something because she didn't came out for the fielding. So because of that only she was not being able to hit the ball. I don't know. But I was happy to see the team lineup when I saw Sajana Sajivar in the lineup because in a earlier video we mentioned that you can groom her as a finisher. I think
keep the
in this
comment.
match.
Shopnil, keep the comment. We haven't even taken the comment. You are removing it.
So I think in the upcoming matches also, please you please continue with Sajia Sajivan at number 7 as a finisher. She can be groomed.
Me? Are you telling me to continue with
No,
Sajana
no, no,
Ranjana?
no.
Because
Uh,
Amal Majumdar and Harmanpreet are not hearing. It might well be that Sajana is dropped in the next game. You know,
oh,
you never know what's happening. But yes, Anjum Chopra
Priyansh.
apparently in the commentary box said that Harman is nursing an injury. But if that's the case, Snehashish, then why was Harman sent in? You could have.
Exactly.
Swapnil, I will take the comment. Can you please keep it? Let me finish the Harman chat, then I will take the comment. But yeah, so I think that part, these are some street smart, though I'm taking this word from Priyanshu, these are some street smart calls which somehow the Indian team is not taking. And when you are answering that, please also answer Priyanshu. Jemimah as T20 captain, she looks to me street smart.
Now we are telling not only T20, make her captain of all formats.
One day also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. One day also. White ball. We are not talking about red ball now. Only white ball we are talking. Two formats. Because if you, as we all say that if you want to be the leader, you have to perform in a regular basis. I think currently it's okay that Shriti Mandana now scoring that 100 to 50, but if you take 10 or 15 innings together in the last 1 month, it will be Jemimah Rodriguez, your best batter. And the way she batted in the WBBL also, it showed that she is a class apart from others. So I think, as a performance wise, I think she is your best batter right now, and she deserves to be your captain. But in this series, nothing changed, and there will be no changes until the World Cup. I am not saying any changes until the 50 over World Cup. For the 20 over World Cup, I am still hopeful there might be some changes if some results didn't go to India's favors.
So you're basically saying that if India does not qualify from the group stage to the knockouts um, in the one day World Cup, then we might see a change.
Might be.
Yeah. Well, should the seniors rest for the remaining T20 matches? Should try and create bench strength. We are already trying and creating bench
Uh,
strength. If seniors are resting, then seniors might go out of form. Anyway, seniors are not consistent enough. I think the bigger problem SS98 is our seniors are not consistent enough. So you cannot really give them rest. Maybe on rotational basis, why not? But having said that, think of this: why would you want to break the momentum? Smriti has scored 100 in ODIs, yes, but
exactly.
back to back now she has scored a 50. Why would you want to rest her and break her momentum? Because anyway, the truth of the story is women's cricket is not women are not going to play as much as the men's team does. So I think they will get enough
Exactly.
rest. Yes, I know they're having back to back series right now, but it's not like it's going to be forever that they're going to play back to back. So I
Mhm.
do think that they will get enough rest. Snehashish, thoughts?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think you do not need to change anything. play your senior players, because as you mentioned that there's very limited opportunities for them. So play, because it is not like that this team is going in an unbeaten streak of 15, 16 matches.
Exactly.
So if that is the case, then we can understand. Okay, 10 matches, India are winning, super fun. Okay, let's try one match. If we lost one match, nothing matters. But again, after this win, if you lost next match, the morale will be again down. And it is series decided. Who knows? West Indies won that match, you lost the series suddenly at home. So nothing. So don't need that much of experiment. Go with a perfect element, and that is what me and Trishan is saying, that you in every matches you are making some changes that is not needed. First you settle the playing 11. Give some players that assurance. We will give you that long rope, play these 6, 7, 8 matches, whatever contribution you can go, you can give us, then we will decide. So that will give the assurance to player also, and that can help them to perform also. So let's see how they do, but hopefully they will not make any drastic changes in the secondary things, hopefully.
Absolutely. I think will Uma's knock get praise for taking the pressure of Smriti, as Snehashi says, or will it be seen as an average innings with a strike rate less than 100? Richa Ghoshal, I'm saying Richa Ghosh is after all opening to provide quick starts. Um, but Asim, you know what? If you see strike rate less than 100, the problem with this strike rates and the numbers is you don't actually see how Uma was
Impact.
performing.
Mm.
More than impact, Snehashish, her strike rate in the Karishma over, in Karishma's 2 overs, her strike rate declined. So basically, she played around, I think, 9, 10 dot balls to Karishma alone.
Yes, yes. See,
Otherwise, she was hitting the ball.
India stage got set in the first 3 overs. First 3 overs, 38 runs. So
Correct,
if you consider that first 3 overs, in
correct.
that scenario, Uma Chetri was the rock star. She played those shots, she scored those runs. Because you ended with 50 runs in 6 overs, I guess. So 3 overs, 38. Next 3 overs, you scored 12 runs. So I think
Exactly.
you
And
have to,
I think
over
also
by
you have
over
to
you have to
understand,
discuss.
I think
Hmm.
Karishma was bowling very well. So
Beautiful,
understandably,
beautiful.
I think Karishma, if you take both the teams together,
Hmm. Hmm.
Karishma was the best bowler among
Exactly,
both the sides. Again, taking
exactly.
together, and the second best would be Tita Shadu's first spell. I think it was brilliant. I
Hmm.
think Tita's first spell was very, very nice. Um, but again, getting back to your point, I think no, it will be taken as a knock which took the pressure off Smriti and gave her that breathing space,
Hmm.
and not just see the strike rate. I think that's why it's important that matches are watched and not just read from the scorecard, because the
Hmm.
scorecard will tell you she has scored 24 of 26, but as I was saying, I think she has played almost 10 dot balls to Karishma, which
Hmm.
now, if you look at her score of 24 to 26, it's
26.
24 of 16. So
Right.
that is her impact, not the
Yes.
24 to 24 of 26. So now let's go to the second innings. Well, Haley Matthews dismissed early.
Hmm.
And the West Indies team initially, even a few months back, had it been Haley Matthews dismissed this early, the entire
Done.
West Indies team would have been 49 all out or something of that sort. But here is a brilliant. I think Kiana Joseph is just brilliant. And the other thing, did you notice, Nehashish, with Kiana Joseph and Deandra Doughton, why were they more successful than the
Hmm.
other batters is because of the fact that even though they have a high backlift, they were using their knees to
Hmm.
remain low. So
Yes.
even though they
Bend.
were getting up,
Yes. Yes.
they were
Yes.
remaining low, and that's why the pitch was low and slow, but they were able to hit the ball.
Exactly, exactly. They are using the knee to get bent on that pitch. I think that was helping them also. And Kiana Joseph, we talked in the pre-match show also that she can be dangerous. I saw in the World Cup, oh the knock she played, and she just throws her bat at everything. She just throws her bat. She knows if the ball touches my bat, it will go anywhere. It will go. I don't know it will go to fielder or not, but it will go. I just know that it will go. Simple tactics. She just throw the bat and the ball will go. But Deandra dot in. What a knock it was again. Deandra dot in. I know that Jemimah and Smriti Mandana helped her a lot, but
But it's
but
okay. I think Smriti, the first boundary that Smriti hit, it was a player could have dived and caught it. So these things
yes,
keep happening.
yes, yes, absolutely,
It
absolutely.
is even West Indies gifted some of some
Mm,
dollies. You know,
mm, mm.
Haley Matthews' first ball was a full toss, rank high full toss.
Yes, I think the rustiness that you were talking about, I think it was evident in their bowling. In their
The
bowling,
rest
it
is
was evident.
yes, and they were not able to control the ball.
Yes, yes,
The dew was
yes.
affecting them. You know, I don't know if they have practiced under lights, but yeah, the dew was definitely affecting them.
I think much better West Indies will come in the second match. Definitely.
I think West Indies will always do better probably if they bat first. You know, they'll
Mm,
be able to
mm, mm,
restrict because then what happens? Someone like Karishma just giving away. Think of this in a match where all your bowlers have given more than 8 runs and over.
mm.
Karishma in 4 overs has
18
given
runs.
18 runs, four point
Mm,
five
yes.
runs per over. And even if you see the Indian side, Deepti
Mm,
Sharma 5.2, but rest again higher than 6 runs per over. Asim,
mm.
after her omission today, do we see Nandini getting her debut in this T20 series? And she even be brought into it, considering we want to avoid too much chopping and changing? Asim, I have a question back to you, and I want the answer to that in the comment section. When you say we want to avoid too much chopping and changing, who are these we? You and me, or are you talking about Amal Mazumdar and Harmanpreet Kaur? Because I don't think Amal Mazumdar and Harmanpreet Kaur really care about chopping and changing. Um, the first part of the question, Snehashish, what do you think?
If India wins the next match, then in the third match, I expect Nandini to get a cap. I think you should try. Then Nandini, you should try. But if you lost the second match, then do not go for the experiment. The first focus should be winning the series. The first focus should be winning the series because at this moment, winning a series is much more needed. Okay, and just to for the sake of it, just to give a cap that I have called you, to the camp now, just play a match. Just don't do that. It is not so easy to get India cap. It's a dream for everyone to play at least one match for
What are
Team
you
India.
saying? It's not easy to get India cap. I mean, ask the selectors. They have been distributing
I,
India cap
I,
since 2020.
I am
Possibly,
saying in general. I am saying general, not for
yeah,
Indian
yeah,
cricket right now.
I completely agree with you that if you win the second match, if you're, I mean, I think Snehashish, it's very clear. If this is your best 11,
Yep.
until and unless you have to probably make Harmanpreet sit out because of the injury,
Mm,
because um, Smriti says that the medical team is looking after her and she's fine. But say, for example, if the injury is serious and if Harmanpreet has to sit out, until and unless it's a forced change, I'm sure if you have put out this playing 11, you think this is your best 11 out of the 15. Maybe not best 11 in the country or whatever, but best
mm.
11 out of the 15 you have in hand. So you have to stick to
Exactly.
that. In
Exactly.
fact, I will go one step ahead and I will say I will not try Nandini even in the third game. You know, I mean, I don't mind
Good.
not trying
Mm,
Nandini in the third
mm,
game
mm, mm.
because Uma Chhetri is also relatively new. Yes,
Exactly.
if Smriti Mandana sits out and instead of Smriti, Nandini comes in, I don't mind. But if you're making Uma Chhetri sit out, then again you're going back to that same
Mm.
thing that, that girl
Good
gets just
point.
2 matches. So yes, I would not like to see Nandini get a debut cap. Nothing against her because I think she's a wonderful batter, one to look out for in the future. But just to maintain that consistency and build a team which plays at least 7, 8, 10 matches together. You know,
Exactly.
talking about Indian bowling, um, we spoke about Tita Sadhu.
She took three
Just
wickets, three big wickets, I will say. Hallie Matthews, Kiana Joseph, and Tienda Dottin.
yeah, apparently StreamYard has thrown our producer out. So
Oh.
so he's coming back in a moment. But Deepti Sharma, disciplined bowling for a change,
I think the
or
bowling
Indian
is an
culture. Okay, let me put it this way. Do you think the Indian bowlers bowled well because they bowled well, or do you think the Indian conditions is what helped, people get back in track?
Obviously, home conditions will help, definitely, especially the spinners. I will say
Yes, of course.
Dipti Sharma. Obviously, in these conditions, one of the top bowlers you have to face if you are in the opposition. But for the pacers, I am still not so happy with Renuka Thakur. She is your prime bowler. She is not taking those wickets. Those the assistance is if the assistance is not there from the pitch or from the overall conditions, it has been a continuous struggle for her, and it has not been like for it is happening for 1 month or 2 months. I think it's happening again and again in every series. But interesting thing is every other bowlers get changed and others get chances. Renuka Singh Thakur keeps playing. I am not getting this thing also.
And you drop Arundhati Reddy.
Yes.
You drop Arundhati Reddy, who is your highest wicket taker in the T20 World Cup, but
uh,
you keep Renuka Singh Thakur, and as you correctly said,
hmm,
every other player is getting
uh,
chopped and changed.
yes.
Not a wonderful thing, but still,
uh,
you don't see that happening to Renuka. Also,
uh,
the way Saima bowled today, again,
yep.
nothing against Saima, but
Mm,
you
mm.
could have had Arundhati in place of Saima.
Yes,
you know
absolutely.
I think would have been better, because Saima was bowling the slower ones, which was being effective and was difficult to play.
Mm,
But
mm,
Arundhati is a slow bowler, which automatically gives you, a bit of an advantage. Snehashish, let's take this. Going
mm.
by the trend in the last Australia series, could Titash, despite her great performance today, be dropped for the second game and then brought back for the third game? Also, what message would that send? If I was Titash, it would frustrate me to no end. If I was Titash, I would go crazy. I would
Absolutely.
be like, what is wrong with my captain? But I find the first question funny. The kind of insecurity that the Indian women's team has given to the Indian fans as well. As
Painfully.
fans, as analysts, they're like, do you think people will be dropped in the next match? Do you think XYZ will be dropped? And think of this, Asim and Snehashish both. If, as fans, as followers, as people who are watching, we
Mm.
are feeling that insecure, we are feeling that confused,
What is going
what
for
is
the
someone
players?
like a Titash feeling? What is someone like a
Yes.
Arundhati feeling? I wake up, I take 4 wickets, I'm swinging the ball. The next day, I hear I'm not even there in the team.
Yeah, that is, and this is a special case. Until now, you don't perform, you get dropped. Now you perform, still you get dropped. So this is a special
No,
case.
it's almost like we have decided the team. अभी
Yes.
कुछ भी कर लो वो ही टीम
हाँ,
खेलेगा भाई.
एग्जैक्टली
तुम 10
एग्जैक्टली
विकेट भी ले लो, 5 विकेट भी ले
एग्जैक्टली.
लो.
सीरीज से पहले ही मैं डिसाइड कर लिया कि तीनों मैच में मैं ये टीम खिलाऊंगा. अब तुम कुछ भी कर लो, ये मैच में ये टीम खेलेगा.
High chances, I won't be surprised if India women right now reminds a lot of India men's team a few years ago. Lose World Cup, schedule a series versus the likes of Sri Lanka, West Indies, or Bangladesh at home, beat them and get your confidence back. I have read this tweet. Someone had tweeted exactly this. Um, Currently, we are doing this. Can't say that whatever has been said is wrong. Sneha, say something.
Uh, See this.
Assure our fans
By
something on the behalf of women.
See, this bilateral series, I think, is pre-scheduled, right? According to the calendar, is gets pre-scheduled. So I think that is not a case for to okay, we are not playing well. Bring that team. We will get confident. It's not like that. But yes, I think there is a clear difference between top teams like Australia, England, South Africa, and us when it comes to women's cricket. I think it was clearly evident, especially in last few months when you consider the World Cup also. In the World Cup, we defeated Pakistan somehow because Pakistan, was very tricky at the end.
It did
Pakistan.
not defeat Pakistan, then it would have been a different story altogether. But anyway, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. And then the Sri Lanka game, I think it was a perfect game, but as you mentioned, that it was Sri Lanka. But then again, Australia, we fought hard, but ultimately lost. New Zealand, I don't want to discuss about that match. So, so, so there's a clear evidence that there's a clear gap between top teams and us. So it's okay. You play the more games you play, you can understand that what things you need to correct. I think that is important. So this series are also important. Bilateral series are also important. That is for men's cricket also. There are so many comments that, oh, before this 2024 T20 World Cup win, there are comments only like we only win in bilateral series this World Cup for semi final and all. But if you don't play enough cricket, how can you get prepared for those World Cups? So I think these series are similarly important, like other cups and World Cups.
Absolutely. Um, do we have any more comments, Shopnil?
Ah.
Yes. There seems to be no reasoning behind selections. Let me put it this way. There could be reasoning. We don't understand that clearly.
Mm.
You know, there could be reasoning. I'm sure there is some reasoning. I mean, they don't have random softwares, but
If
we
something is
probably don't.
happening, there must be some reason.
Exactly. There must be some reason, but that is not very clear to us. That is not
Mm.
communicated to us. And when you are asked in the press conference, weird replies come. So yeah, I understand. It's a bit of a soup. I mean, the Indian fans are in a bit of a soup. Yeah, but any more comments, Swapnil? Otherwise, we'll close the show. Long day.
Mm.
Began at 4 a.m.
Jemimah Rodriguez play of the match expected.
When will we ask for accountability from Amol Mazumdar? I have asked. Shongbit Datta Vishwas, please do go and read the article that I've written. I've actually asked 10 questions of Amol Mazumdar. He's not answering them, that's for sure. But I have asked the questions. And I have also asked accountability of Harmanpreet, the captain. Um, Look, Shongbit, we can ask for accountability, but until and unless they themselves want to take that accountability. Snehashish, what can we do about it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think from yourself you have to take that. I think as a leader, as a team management, I think you should come front and tell, okay, we are not doing this thing well. We should look to improve that. Is but the replies that come, that is very very, very disappointing, I will say. And this is not happening recently. This is happening from that World Cup. Every press conference, every time it's happening. So hopefully they will come. They will come with some good replays in coming days, and hopefully there will be some accountability. But we just hope that Team India plays well so that no such accountability question comes on.
Absolutely. A long day, but at least good end to the day so far.
Yes,
Let's hope that India keeps winning and India continues the winning ways, doesn't chop and change more, and gives us fans a more clear pathway of what they're doing. But till then, Snehashish, you and I will keep
yes.
asking questions. And some people have called me. It's very interesting that whenever you write an article or something, I was just reading and I started laughing. Somebody has called me a Mitali PR. If you are in Indian women's cricket, if you are an Indian women's cricket fan, and if you kind of degrade Mithali Raj's contribution to it, to the game, then I'm more than happy to be called her PR, because I have immense respect for her, and I don't think Indian women's cricket would have been the same without Mithali Raj. So I don't mind being called her PR. So you can please go ahead and serve yourself. Also, I will keep questioning and keep writing such articles. Snehashish,
Yes.
my partner in crime when it comes to such articles, providing me with all the stats and all the quotes.
I
um,
am there.
Absolutely. Both of us are there, and I'm sure you guys are there. Please do definitely join in tomorrow morning at 4:30 a.m. Again, we will be live. That would be India versus Australia men's
Yes.
third test at the GABA. Let's hope the showers are away from the game. And let's hope we get a good game day. We'll be
Mm.
back
Huge
again
day.
the next.
Huge day for India. Huge day for India.
Yes, the huge day for India in the India Australia side, and we will
Mm.
obviously be back with the second T20I pre-match, post-match, WPL team reviews and everything. Football matches, chess, Olympic sport, Paralympic sport. All you got to do is subscribe to Rev Sports press the bell icon and keep following us. Thank you so much and good night.
Good night.